My rug has been looking pretty dirty here lately, but one good thing about this rug is that it is an indoor-outdoor rug and you can wash it with the water hose. So I'm gonna take it out and just give it a good cleaning today and let it air dry while I go to town and run some errands. I'm gonna be going to the antique store today, and I have another project that I'm wanting to work on, and so I'm gonna be going to Walmart and possibly Hobby Lobby. So I hope you'll come along with me to see what all we can find. Oh my goodness, I had not realized how windy of a day it was today. I might should have picked another day to wash this rug, but at least it should dry fast. Before I started spraying it with the water, I did drizzle it with some Mrs. Meyer's dish soap. So that should help it get nice and clean. I actually use that soap just from time to time to spot clean it. Now I've just got to get all the soap rinsed off. Now I'll just leave it here to dry and we will get on with the day. First stop is the antique store, and this caught my eye right away. It's so big and heavy, I really could see this in my house somewhere. What do you think? Should I get it? Maybe I could set it on top of one of my cabinets? Or, I don't know. How would you display it? These baskets are specifically one of the things that I came to look at today. I got a message saying that they had gotten some in, so I wanted to come and look and see if there were any that I wanted to add to my collection. This big brown one up here is just the style that I like. It looks like it's got some repair work done to it though. Let's keep looking. I have a little antique pair of glasses just like this one. This is a neat leaded glass window. A faux cake. It looks good enough to eat. Well, almost. I spy some row pottery. I'm always keeping my eye out for old duck decoys, and I really like the look of this one. It says it's very old, but I just find it kind of hard to tell if they're actual very old or if they're reproductions made to look old. So let me know what you think on that one. I do really like the look of it, so I probably should just go ahead and get it. I do feel like it probably is a pretty old duck. I love the look of this old box. The tag says it's a chicken roost, so I'm thinking a nesting box. I was hoping to find some old frames to use for my project, but these are just a little too pricey. This is a beautiful platter. This big barrel is still here waiting for me to buy it. And so is this copper boiler. This is a nice set of children's books. This is a pretty little table. It looks very similar to the one that I have just as you head into my dining room. I'm printing some family photos off at Walmart, and I was able to pick up a few frames. Now I want to look at the material because the project that I'm wanting to work on is to use some fabric to decorate the mat inside the frame. I'm wanting to make a gallery wall of family photos on the wall upstairs in that guest bedroom that's kind of a family/guest bedroom, and there's a lot of yellow up there in that room, so I was tending to lean towards using a yellow fabric, but I do have a lot of browns up there, and so I'm not sure what to get yet, but I'm just gonna look at all of it and see what catches my eye. All the yellows seem to be the wrong color yellow, and nothing else is really catching my eye, so I think I will go ahead and go to Hobby Lobby too and see what they have. I really like how the stores are carrying these remnants of material. It would probably be perfect for what I'm wanting to use them for, but I can't seem to find the right color or pattern. So I may have to have them cut me some off of a bolt. Here's the yellows, and I think they all look a little too bright too. A couple might work, but I don't really care for the pattern that's on the two that look like they would work. So we'll move on to the browns. Oh, I really like this dark brown one with the little flowers, and this yellowish colored one with the red and blue flowers. here is what I got at the antique store. I did get this big basket that I showed you as I was shopping. It has had some repair done to it. I looked real closely and I actually think it's not even that bad. I don't really understand why a lot of this is on here. So I actually thought about being able to maybe just take it off. Because of course, I don't mind if they look a little rickety or, you know, torn and tattered, but I don't know what to do. So y'all let me know what you think I should do with it. Should I leave this mending that's been done to it or take it off? And I also got this yellowware bowl, and I do not have any yellowware. I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I don't. And I hadn't really gotten into collecting it or anything. I do love it, and when I saw it there, the really nice guy that works there, that he's so used to me coming in shopping, he will even text me sometimes when they get things in, like this basket. He texted me and said, I got new baskets in, or new old baskets in, if you want to come look at them. And so he happened to be there when I was eyeing this bowl, and so he offered me 20% off, and so I had to get it. But I do think I have the perfect spot for it. As you know, my upstairs room has a lot of yellow in it, so I think it'll be something pretty to add to that space. And for the basket, I'm planning to hang it up here with the other baskets from the beans. I went and got my ladder and my screwdriver and a screw so that I could put the basket up, and I immediately started thinking, this is not gonna work. I remembered that I had to use our really tall ladder to put it up, and there's just no way I can reach up there. So the tall ladder's up in the barn, so when Chris gets home, hopefully I can get him to go get the ladder for me. I did end up getting the brown and yellow printed fabrics. I think they're gonna coordinate pretty well with the little doll clothing on the primitive dolls that I have upstairs. So let's see if I can get this to work. I saw this idea on Liz Marie Galvan's page on Instagram, and she had did a little project with some picture frames, and she matted them with leftover Christmas wrapping paper. And I don't have any wrapping paper, but I saw her do that and thought, I think I could do the same thing with fabric. And so that's where I got the idea, but I'm not sure it'll work, but I'm gonna give it a try. So the idea is to use a spray adhesive and basically glue the mat to a fabric and then cut around the mat, and you will have the fabric stuck to the mat in just the perfect shape. Now, after I put the glue side down, I did let it set for a few minutes so it would be sure to get really tacky and adhere to the fabric. Now you just cut the fabric away from the edges of the mat. I think it turned out pretty good. You can kind of see a little bit of the white mat. I don't know if it's maybe just because I'm using fabric instead of paper, but I'm gonna try it a little bit differently this time, and I'm gonna cut a little wider out around the edge of the mat. Then I'll use some of the adhesive on the other side and roll the edges up onto the back of the mat as well. This project is just a little bit messy, and I saw that they had this same kind of adhesive, but it was more like a glue in a bottle, and I kind of wish that I would have got it instead of the spray, and I could have just put some on there, and then even if I had to use a brush or something to kind of smear it around, I think it would have worked the same and might not have been quite as messy as having the spray. And like I said, I'm trying it a little different this time, and I'm cutting out a little further away from the edge of the mat. I'm gonna try to go around just the outer and inner edges of the mat. I do like how this one turned out better with the fabric wrapped around. We recently did a little furniture rearranging in this room too. If you're familiar with my channel, you probably noticed there's a little different arrangement in here, but I wanted to make the room feel a little more family oriented instead of just a bedroom. We also recently added a TV to this space, and so I just wanted more of like a seating arrangement. And so the bed's kind of tucked away in the corner now. I'm loving how the gallery wall is turning out. I do still want to add more photos up there and go on around the window and beside the window and then carry them on over towards the other wall by the staircase. Both of our sons are grown and married and starting families of their own now. And so we have 3 little grands that we love dearly, and so I want to be able to have a space where we can display their pictures. Here are the little dolls that I picked the fabric out to kind of coordinate with their dresses, and I think they do complement each other. Oh, I almost forgot the bowl, but I went and borrowed the little table that I have in the little house and brought it up to go between these 2 chairs, and the bowl looks just perfect there. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to see how I made these no-sew curtains, be sure and watch this next video. I also share something that I'm trying to be more intentional about this year.